And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, Ohio State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got out of trouble and throws. Turns it upfield. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Long way to go on second down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got his man in the middle. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Just going to keep it after the snap. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. This matchup, 2 teams in the top 5, just sort of whets the appetite for what we're going to see in the playoff, guys.
The selection committee is watching this one very closely because, David, both of these teams are easily talented enough to win it all.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Here's Underwood, looking to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open. And as a result, it's an incompletion.
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cross. He's got great speed. just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Here's some daylight. He's got enough. He's loose. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll return it. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Gives him some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab down the middle. He's past the 30. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Wolverines come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. The run inside. It's Buchanan. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year. And this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season. Like spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Hauls it in. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Again, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he scores! Touchdown, Wolverines! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Cross. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Cross. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Here's Sayin to throw. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He rifles one deep down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Second and long here. On the run, it's Jackson. He's past the sticks. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their second. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. They're going to go right back to him on first down. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Third and 7. Sayin from the gun on third down. Got his man. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. How about the offense both teams put on display in this first quarter? Huge early numbers. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work.
Booster. Here we go. Ready.
Making the adjustment.
Ready, go.
Red pass, it's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get them.
Makes the catch, and he's free. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running the red zone, it's Jackson. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They'll run it on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeye! And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed and so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Keeps it moving, it's Marshall. Pushes ahead for 1, it's second and 9. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing. In a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense. And that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Now on the move. Shakes off the defender. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He ran through 2 men on his way to the end zone.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point is good. Deep in the end zone, it's Cross. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at second and 8. Say it. Back open in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like...
It's caught! Inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, extra point and the tie. And they tacked on the extra point.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing, Underwood. They're all over him. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. Throwing right. Complete downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy is in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Marshall. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Right side, it's Marsh. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game-type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
Got his man. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
He'll pull it down and run. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Signal 4 by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. They'll call a timeout. Play clock running short. It was down to 5 before the stoppage. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Uh-oh, look out. Breaks into the open. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. Oh, he was hoping for the pick six. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
And I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully, forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice execution by this defense late in the first half.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here comes the heat. He'll throw it. Out wide left, it's Marshall. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, say it. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Moves the pocket. It's Sayin. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
If I'm the offensive coordinator right here, man, I'm trying to find some easy gimmies. I'm trying to find a way to make this offense easier right now because everything seems hard. Like last week too, man, just completion percentage is not great. This offense is just not moving like it should, and they got to find some ways to make this thing easier.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Sayin back to the air. He's got an open man. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's got it. It's a catch along the sideline. Didn't need much, but got enough.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver. And you saw it right there. Down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it. He'll get a foot down and help out his offense.
He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And men backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Driving forward, it's Jackson. Beck's going for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with a look in on Iowa State, taking on the number 13 team, the Kansas State Wildcats. And it's the Cyclones in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Rush is on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle, prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Extending the play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. On the move at the 30. Wide open spaces. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Third and long right here. Motion from the wideout. Sayed. Whip it out to the back on the screen. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Not willing to try that 55-yard field goal. They'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. Needs it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. They've got him corralled.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They give it to him again. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
How How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. It's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
What a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
With a second and short to keep this drive moving. Underwood fires to the right. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Trying to cut through the noise. Complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
If you're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race, you've got to win games and you got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
Defense looks like they're coming. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Got his man downfield. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Wolverines. They take the lead with the 6.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cross. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's Julian saying to throw. Got his man on the outside. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Scoreboard operator better stay loose. Plenty of time to go here as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day.
Turns it on down the left side. At the 20. Touchdown! Buckeye! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
This dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Unloads it downfield. Another incompletion on third down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he's brought down after a short gain. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Trying to slip through and pick it up. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
And man, it's a big decision for this offense. Like having the lead, does that change your mind? Are you less aggressive or do you go for the gusto? Do you try to finish this thing off yourself by getting the first down, continuing to possess the ball here in the fourth quarter with the lead?
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Looking for the marker. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's second and 1. Handoff again. Plows through the defense. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. On the run, it's Marshall. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he avoids the sack.
In this moment of the game, late, you need your quarterback to be playing his best football. This is when you need him to be the most accurate and to make the best decisions, and he has not yet completed a throw here in the fourth quarter. That is bad news for this offense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Look out! Blasted as he lets it go. Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Well, that was a big play. They say games come down to just a handful of plays, and with a chance to tie the game here in the fourth quarter, they missed the opportunity, clanking that one off the post.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Snap it to the back. Stopped right there.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They used a timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Tavian St. Clair. The screen, he can go. At the 45 on his way. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Hits inside, it's Jackson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They'll move the wide receiver. Past the 30. Turning it on. Into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point was good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Underwood. Left side, it's Marshall. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
they're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Here's Underwood. Complete in the middle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Good job just to get rid of that one.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's Underwood to throw. Under pressure. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way, and you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. 25 kicks remaining. There's enough time if they can recover this onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Here's Sayin to throw. Out wide right, it's Jackson. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Sayin. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Takes it the other way. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the 4th quarter.
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Drops back on first down. They're all over it. Throw to the end zone, picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.